Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoJ456, and today I have a tutorial for you guys on how to get the skull of Sapwe, however you want to pronounce it. This is the most in-depth tutorial on how to actually get it, how to find each one of the skull altar locations, and how to go ahead and use this thing, and tips and tricks on how to use it against the hordes and everything like that. So, starting it off, what you want to do is take 2 rights out of the spawn. So you find in the spawn area, you take a right, you take the rightmost door, and then you keep following that path all the way to the right, and then you will find another vine door, which will lead you to the altar location. Now, each one of these 4 skulls has a symbol on it, and you can pick up and replace any of the skulls that you want, but each one of these symbols that are underneath the skulls, these little apothecon symbols, can be taken and placed on the different altars. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where the first location of the skull is. This skull right here, the one that you can see it on the skull head. Obviously, if you click on your inventory, you can actually see what symbols that skull has, and you can take a look at exactly what it looks like. And this is the path that you take to get back to the actual skull location. It's right there in the spawn, sitting there waiting. Now, whenever you place the skull into that location, there will be these green zombies that spawn, much like the Origins Easter egg. It's just kind of like while you're doing the little power stations in Origins, these things will spawn and start attacking the different locations. And they will not attack you, they'll completely ignore you. You don't have to worry about them attacking you at all in the slightest, but you do have to kill them off of this thing before they kind of destroy the skull. You do have to kill a certain number of them before the skull will finish, and as soon as the skull finishes, all of these green zombies will kind of disappear and will no longer be attacking it, and you'll be completely completed with this thing. You can go ahead and grab your newly cleaned skull. So as you can see right there, the skull is no longer lit up. Just go ahead and go up and grab it. Of course, after you shoot all the spiders off of you, go ahead, grab the skull, and as you can see, it is now a clean skull. It no longer has blood all over it. So now, take that skull back to the altar location, place it down, and as you can see, it will kind of light up the bottom 2, and that skull will now be glowing with blue eyes. Now, this is the next location right here. You need to repeat this process for every single one of the skulls, but the second skull is this one right here that kind of makes a giant V with all the different apothecon symbols. Take this one all the way over around the map. Now this is kind of a long gameplay here, just because I want to show you guys the exact path that I took so you guys can follow it to a T. I do make some wrong turns and everything like that. I do apologize. This was the first ever time that I've played this map. I only had 2 hours to play it, and this was early kind of DLC footage that I got from Treyarch. So it is not exactly where you want to go. It's not exactly the fastest path or anything like that, but the idea is still there. I do make a few wrong turns, but eventually you want to make your way over here to one of the mystery box locations where you find one of the gas parts, and actually where you find some of the traps as well, and you want to go ahead and take it back down here and place it into the skull location right here. So again, you're going to go ahead and kill off all the zombies. As soon as you finish them all off, you are done with this skull. Go ahead, take it back to the altar location, put it back into place, and then the next one you're going to grab is the one that kind of makes a square shape with all of the different apothecon symbols. So the one that kind of just has a big blocky square, that's the one you want to take, and you're going to take it up here to the zip line, which is at the top of the leftmost or smaller facility. So take the zip line all the way down, and as soon as you get there, you will find that the next altar location is just sitting there. Again, it kind of has the square or rectangular shape, and again, you need to kill off all of these baddies, and then you will grab the skull. It will now be cleansed. Take it back to the altar location, and then the last thing that you need to do is make your way down into the bunker with the last skull. This is the one that kind of has 2 lines and a big triangle at the bottom. This is the last one. You need to make your way all the way through the facility. Just, again, I'm showing you the entire path. Go into the bunker, go straight back by all the doors that you need to, and then you're going to make your way down to this lower weapons facility area. Now, once in this facility, you can go ahead and craft the KT4. Again, I'll have a tutorial for that in the description down below if you guys don't know how to do that. But the skull is actually right after that crafting location, just right on the other side of this platform here. So go ahead, place the skull, again, finish off all the zombies you need to. There might be some thrashers that are spawning. The higher rounds you get, it does seem to get a little bit more difficult. And also the number of skulls that you do after you do a bunch of skulls, it does seem to get more difficult. But now, we have the skull, we have all 4 of them in place, and we can go ahead and place this down, and it will actually clear a brand new path into the kind of abyss down here, where we can actually go get the skull. So now, what you want to do is go ahead and try to only get 1 zombie left, because these zombies do follow you down here, or at least my zombie did follow me down here. Go ahead, make your way down, and you'll see the skull right there in the center, and this is exactly like a Shadows of Evil ritual, except instead of time-based, this is kill-based. So go ahead and activate it, a bunch of keepers will spawn, and you're just going to go ahead and kill off a bunch of keepers, and their souls are going to power this thing up. So it is kill-based, it is not time-based. Go ahead, finish off as many as you can. They do die very, very easily. They don't have very much health at all. They might be just 1 or 2 shots, depending on what weapon you have. And as soon as you finish all of them up, you will hear this kind of ding sound. Now, once you hear this ding sound, go ahead, head back over and grab the skull. You will kind of break its jaw. It'll open up, and it will have this light inside of it. Now, let's talk about what the skull actually does. By the way, congratulations, you just did it. Woo! Party. There you go. So what the skull actually does is it has 2 different fire modes. It's exactly like the Annihilator. It's exactly like the Shadow sword, in that it has a certain amount of ammo, and then if you use it, you can put it away, and then the only way to fill it back up is actually killing more zombies. So that is basically the exact same as the previous special weapon things. Now, there are 2 different fire modes. The first one up is called Mesmerize. Now, Mesmerizing just basically makes all these zombies freeze in place. They just kind of stand there. They don't die or anything like that. They just freeze in place, don't attack you or anything special like that. And the secondary thing that you can do with this is actually just kill off all the zombies. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really, really cool to see, and you do have to be facing them in order for them to die. That is another important part, because if you're not facing them, they're not going to die, and they might still be able to sneak up behind you or things like that. So, again, it's a very, very cool weapon, and it's pretty darn easy to get once you know where all the skull locations are. Just do all 4 of them, and you'll be good to go. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you are missing any and all information about this map, go ahead and check it out in the description down below. And by the way, this also works on spiders. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely awesome. But again, make sure you guys go down in the description down below. I have a ton of tutorials on basically everything that there is to do in this map. And I will see you guys very, very soon for another live stream, if I'm not live streaming right now. See you guys over there. Appreciate it a whole lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios, guys.